If I was the moon, would you still look for the stars?
Only if you'll promise me to shine forever.
But what if I can't shine forever?
Does it matter? Our lives are temporary. So are those stars. They will burn out, and yet people like you still look for them in the night sky.
Joke at a time like this. I know why, 'cause this is what you wanted all along now, isn't it? I think that all you ever really ever wanted was a reason to complain. That never stopped you before, don't let it get in your way. Those are her words, not mine. As far as I'm concerned, we could have had a good time. So if you walk out that door in disgust, I guess there's nothing more to discuss. Birds don't sing, they just fall from the sky. Girls don't call and they never tell you why. That's just how they say goodbye.
It all sounds a little sick to me.
Don't listen to my music. Don't lie in my bed. Don't listen to the references to things you might have actually said. 'Cause those are my words, not yours. As far as I'm concerned, it could have been a lot worse. I wasn't trying to avoid the confrontation. She isn't crying, she's just making conversation. Birds don't sing, they just fall from the sky. Girls don't call and they never tell you why. That's just how they say goodbye.
I asked you a question, I wanna know why. I wanna know why. Why'd you have to make a record about me? Why'd you have to make it? Why'd you have to make it? I wanna know why. I wanna know why. Why'd you have to make a record about me? Why'd you have to make it? Why'd you have to make it?
I heard that you heard that I was writing songs about you. But I was bad mouthing your name in some shitty bar somewhere. You know how I love these biased, one-sided conversations. So let's discuss the who's, the whys, the whens, the hows, the wheres. But who really cares if it was all in my mind? It was all in my mind to begin with. It was all in my mind. It was all in my mind to begin with. Nazi fuck out there. When she finally came, even though she faked it was much appreciated. At least she had the decency to try to make it sound that she thought I liked. But it's alright, cause it was all in my mind. 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 To begin with.
And I wanna know why. And I wanna know why. Why'd you have to make it record about me? Why'd you have to make it? Why'd you have to make it? I wanna know why. And I wanna know why. Why'd you have to make it record about me? Why'd you have to make it? Why'd you have to make it?
Yeah, I heard your song, but I wasn't impressed. So you got your feelings hurt, now you're feeling depressed. Just because we had sex and it didn't last. Now you want that you wanna put me on blast to make me laugh. Remember all those girls you played, all the lies you told back in the day to get laid. An excuse for Susie, got a story for Lloyd, and all those other girls you only called you. So yeah, but it's nothing that you didn't do first. The only difference is you probably did it worse. So look at the big bad soldier, declared holy war, and every girl didn't mean to fuck him over. The karma's a bitch for hypocrites who kiss and tell and talk shit about girls who only wish him well. So if you wanna judge and stick to the facts and get at me, then rush you with love, Maddie.
Why'd you have to make it record about me? Why'd you have to make it? 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 Why'd you have to make it record about me? Why'd you have to make it? Why'd you have to make it record about me?
I'll beg for mercy if you let me. It shouldn't take too long. You've got a lot of cases to get through. I'll try to keep it moving along. And I know that the dice are loaded. If I were you, then I'd be on your side. Dreaming up all the accusations I won't deny. And I know that you got your reasons, though you try so hard to conceal them. Whatever they are, well, I hope that they're better than mine. Don't try to change their opinion. Once they've got the taste of blood, I like the way you point your finger. I like the way you drag my name through the mud. Every alibi a fabrication, every sigh an admission of guilt, every apology an invitation to a life of crime. Where were you on the night in question? Make an example, send them a message. You already signed the When you said you'd be with me in the end, guess I know where I'll find you. And if I see you in hell, I won't mind the fire. I won't mind the fire. If you're wired, just even out with the booze. But if I'm required to lie awake so I can look after you, I wouldn't mind it. Just wish we had time, so don't go killing the vibe. Baby, everyone's dying. And if I see you in hell, I won't mind the fire. I won't mind the fire. looked at you and walked your way. Until the second when you knew there'd be no second day. Maybe your heart felt fine, it was your head that ached. But still you kissed him in the sprinklers, but it felt like rain. But so what? I guess you'll always be some lonely girl. And if you fall in love, you'll still be living in this lonely world. And from the moment when he said something and made you laugh, until he was kind enough to let you know that it wouldn't last. But still you laid there in his arms after you swore you'd leave. Hair blowing from the ceiling fan, but it felt like a breeze. But so what? I guess you'll always be some lonely girl. And if you fall in love, you'll still be living in this lonely world. But so what? I guess you'll always be some There's really no way of winning if in their eyes you'll always be a dumb one. And she cried over nothing, so there was nothing I could do to stop her from cutting her beautiful blue hair off. It looked like cotton candy, and just as quick to get licked away. Last I heard, she was living with a boy who acts his age. And I guess I'll just miss her, even though she isn't even really gone. Things are just different ever since she cut her blue hair off.
Hey, I resent that. Besides, don't you think you better let the folks in on what this is all about?
I should know by the way that you say nothing much at all. I could have guessed by the messages you send but never call. But most of all, I could have seen it in the colors of your hair. They don't appear in nature except to warn you of the danger, and I know that you don't care, but I want you to stay. I want you to stay. I want you to stay. Stay the hell away from me. I could have guessed if I liked you a little less, I probably could have recognized the sun. But I don't mind when your roommate barges in and lists off every single name but mine. But that's the way it goes, you'll always be the last to know, till someone comes and slaps you on the face. But it's okay, 'cause if you're at a loss for words, I know exactly what I'd say. I'd tell you to stay. I'd tell you to stay. I'd tell you to stay. Stay the hell away from me. I want you to stay. I want you to stay. I want you to stay. Stay the hell away from me. And despite all the silence, I heard about it anyway. Was it me or with money? stayed for the night, but only Joe made it through to the day. And that was the summer. That's just life in LA. You're either screaming your cause or begging for someone to stay.
But last night you was kissing and hugging me. When I cut them off, they go, oh, it's like that.
Stay. Why don't you stay? Why don't you stay? Stay the hell away from me. Why can't you stay? I want you to stay. I just want you to stay. Stay the hell away from me. Just stay the hell away from me. Stay the hell away from me. Just stay the hell away from me. Just stay the hell away from me. Well, the morning is for lovers, the afternoon for picnics in the park. Twilight is for poets, but you and me just wait till it gets dark. 'Cause the nighttime is for fuck-ups. Yeah, the nighttime night belongs to us. Sunshine is for children, the clouds for seeing images of women as they floated by past the window of your building, and everything was just understood. But some folks just got it bad, but some folks just got it good. Some folks just got it no good. And the nighttime is for fuck-ups. Yeah, the nighttime night belongs to us. Sitting all alone.
Why didn't you come home?